The amount of time Ueno and Tabata spent at the festival, it was just incredibly wholesome. It was spectacular. It was fucking beautiful. I enjoyed episode 9 of this anime so much. But once Ueno's friends, I think they were friends from like a different school, intervened, they just destroyed this entire beautiful moment of them just enjoying the festival. They were, it's ironic because right here, Tabata, you can see she walks away. She's like running away and then she says, "Is she avoiding us?" And then the other friend in the middle is like, "Well, what a killjoy." And then of course, Ueno has to defend Tabata. They are friends. They are hanging out at the festival. So Ueno has a good heart. He did the right thing. So she says, "What a killjoy." So they really were the actual killjoys in this fucking moment, in this fucking anime of this episode. How ironic is that? And then it gets even worse. So Ueno here, he defends Tabata. And once he does, this other dude right here is like, "Oh wow, so that's actually your girlfriend. You're actually defending her." And so the friend goes on to say, "Wow, it's not that surprising that you found a girlfriend, but you could probably find someone cuter." And that Tabata is pretty much a 0 to this man's eyes, which, hey, look, to each their own, but he's still just a boy. That comment was just there's just so much ignorance in it. See, so he says, "Wow, you're really covering for her, huh?" You can see his snarky attitude, his holier than thou presence. It's like this dude is just okay. He doesn't know what Ueno knows, so he asks, "Is she your girlfriend?" So he doesn't know that Tabata's actually personality wise a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? She might be a little shy, she might be a little anxious, she might be all these things, but those things don't really matter if she's kind, nice, forgiving, thoughtful. All those things is what is extremely important when you're looking for a gal. You know what I'm saying? So as like the eye of the beholder, no, that's like perfect. See, look, but he says, "But can't you pick a cuter girl?" I'm thinking like, bro, if he only knew what Ueno knew, he'll know that personality of a gal, specifically speaking of Tabata, is just, bro, it's just fantastic. See, she says she's a 0, man. And then you can just see here Ueno did the right thing. He pushed him aside, chased after Tabata, and it was just fucking beautiful, man. It was, I gotta give it up to my boy Ueno for doing the right thing and just ignoring these old classmates, pushing them aside and saying like, "Bro, I'm not gonna do this. We're not doing this. We're not talking about this." I mean, he obviously just left. You know what I'm saying? He was the bigger guy. I don't know who the fuck this guy is in the screen, but anyways, that's probably for the next episode. So yeah, his other, I'm just happy that his other classmates are not in his life because they're just ignorant young pieces of shits that still haven't learned what is actually valuable in life. I'm saying if she's cute and she has a great person, she's actually like genuinely nice, not two-faced backstabbing gal like some other characters here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard, man. It's hard finding someone who's actually genuinely nice, someone who's actually thoughtful, and not just a charade, a facade of a person. Because let's be honest, loyalty doesn't exist for certain gals and for certain guys too. It works both ways. So he says right here, "I want to be with Tabata." This was just fucking, bro, I want to shake this guy's hand. I wanted to shake his hand. I'm like, bravo, man. Bravo, man. He did the right thing, man. See? So he just brushes him aside, grabs Tabata's arm, and is like, let's get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't trying to deal with this smoke. This unnecessary bullshit that's being thrown in my face. Look, is this Ueno, man? Oh my god. This was the greatest fucking scene in this whole anime, man. And it kind of sucks because I think they kind of downplayed it. You know what I'm saying? This was just huge, huge. And then further down the episode, Tabata does shed some tears because she feels like she was actually the one at fault here, but she was not at fault. You know, she didn't want to separate Wendell from his friends, childhood friends, maybe. So she felt like she was the one to blame, but she had nothing to be blamed for. So yeah, I'm just so happy these guys are not gonna influence Ueno, who's actually a good person, because good people usually turn into pieces of shit themselves if they hang around other pieces of shits. I've seen this many times in life. You know, you get a genuinely good person and you mix them in with bad people, bad influences, they become a piece of shit too. You know, it takes kindness to breed kindness. It doesn't take bullshit to breed kindness. You expect kindness, but you treat other people like bullshit. It's like, brah. So no, Ueno did the right thing to just to walk away, not deal with this noise, not deal with bullshit. And honestly, guys, this really did trigger a memory for me. Back in the days, you know, they pretty much called her ugly. They called Tabata ugly. This anime is about Tabata not being the standard beauty. You know what I'm saying? But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I am so happy, bro, that Ueno actually has genuine feelings for Tabata. And and obviously they're gonna date. They're obviously gonna end up together. It's no fucking surprise at this point. And honestly, I think they're the greatest fucking match I've ever seen in a romance in a long time. And this season, there's a lot of good matches. You know what I'm saying? People end up learning to grow up and bond together in a relationship. You can see here, Ueno just see they all just run their mouths, bro. Oh my god, like I just wanted to like just give the backhand to his friends, but you know what? He did the right thing. He walked away, grabbed Tabata, and see, they know nothing about Tabata, and that is the key. Ueno knows the good side of Tabata. Ueno knows how good of a person she is, what she's done for him, how they met. They actually have history. She's more important to her. She's more important than these other people who are not even in his life. She's been to his house. She's met her brother. The brother approves. This is just a fantastic fucking relationship, and I am so excited to see more of what's gonna happen. Of course, throughout the episode, there are rumors about him having a girlfriend, and obviously Tabata. You know, everyone finds out that it was Tabata that actually joined him in the festival. Surprise, surprise! And now the cat's pretty much out of the bag. You know what I'm saying? Everyone now knows that Tabata, like Ueno, has something for Tabata. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone by themselves to the festival. At least I hope that's what they think. But yeah, guys, this was just, oh my gosh, bro. This was just a big W for Ueno, but a big L for his other friends that were just young, ignorant